See, this is what this is amazing to me because everybody's doing the same thing they just did at the beginning of the season. Cleveland got the trade for everybody. Isaiah Thomas, they got Jay Crowder, they got Zivitz and all this, and for Kyrie Irving, and everybody did backflips saying how Cleveland won the trade. And I can't stand Chris Retard or Broussard, whatever his name is. I can't stand him. I never could. And me and him had it out on ESPN one time when he was on there. He was talking boxing, and that's not your. I'm like, look, stay in your lane. Stay in your lane. You barely know anything about basketball, barely. And now you going into a realm when you try to talk Floyd Mayweather. No. I ain't finna let you do it. So when I corrected him and checked him, they eventually realized this dude really don't know anything about boxing. We gonna have to replace him. And they started letting like somebody else do it. They wouldn't let Broussard come on in and talk boxing no more because he was sounding so stupid. And he was being exposed by me on a daily basis. That somebody at ESPN said, okay, look, he's going in on Broussard every day until we get him out of here. He's being exposed. He don't know nothing. And the fans know it. We got to move him. And now he gets to come on here. And he's not a journalist. This guy just comes out and just starts. He's more of a tabloid journalist than a real sports journalist. I remember he asked LeBron James a question during media day. And it was such a fanboy like Kyrie or somebody. Like, do you care about like where you... Oh, Kobe Bryant. That's who it was. He got a chance to interview and ask a question to Kobe Bryant. And he asked Kobe, on Kobe's day, they're raising his jersey. This idiot actually asked Kobe Bryant, do you care where they rank you with LeBron and, like, Michael Jordan and all that, LeBron being higher than you? And he was like, no, I don't care about it. I really don't think about that. That's nothing I can control. If I can't control the outcome of it, or I have no control, of course I'm going to say me, but then somebody can say we can't definitively make a winner or loser to this. So why am I going to sit here and argue that? So why would I waste putting my energy into something like that? And as a journalist, this is what you come up with? A crazy debate question? This isn't a debate show. You're doing an interview now. You have to ask real questions to get real answers. This is something hypothetical and stupid. So that's how I view Chris Retard. Now let's take you back, because everybody's talking about, well, Isaiah was this and Isaiah was that. Listen to Chris Retard. Remember how he's talking about Isaiah and how Isaiah don't work and this team is bad and this and that and they needed to make a deal and the Kyrie, they shouldn't have traded Kyrie and now that wasn't what they were saying when the deal was made. Let's listen to Chris Retard.
And he has that. I think the Cavs won this deal. I know you think otherwise. I've been listening to you. But Isaiah Thomas, and I'm assuming he's going to be healthy. I'll give you that. But he comes back in November, December, and he's healthy. He gives you virtually everything that Kyrie Irving gives you on offense. Now, Kyrie's a better player. Don't get me wrong. Kyrie, I would rather have him. But Isaiah can score as many points. He's an ISO specialist. He actually gets to the foul line almost twice as much as Kyrie. Not as good of a shooter, but still a pretty good three-point shooter. Mentally tough. We know that. We saw him play through his sister's tragic death. Fourth quarter score. Now, he can't defend. Neither could Kyrie. I think with Jay Crowder, Cleveland got better defensively. And remember, last year, I was saying all year long, Cleveland has lost its identity. They went from being tough, hard-nosed, physical, we're going to push you around, beat you up, to, let's play like Golden State. Let's shoot a bunch of threes. Now it's Crowder, and Jeff Green, I think, is an underrated pickup for an eighth man. I think they're going to get back to that defensive, hard-nosed identity without losing their three-point prowess because Crowder can shoot the threes.
But
I love the deal for them.
Okay.
And there we go. I love the deal for them. Now, Jeff Green was correct. Jeff Green was Jeff Green. He's going to do, for an eighth man on the spot, Jeff Green is the workhorse and proving that, hey, I'm still the guy. But as you can see, only thing he was right about was they did try to be Golden State. And here's the thing. They don't play defense because the main guy on your team don't play defense. And when the main guy ain't playing D and he's criticizing everybody else for not doing their job, everybody on the team was old. So everyone was talking about when this trade happened, this was the biggest thing that ever happened in Cleveland. Why would they give up so much? That's what they were saying, right? That's what everybody was saying. They was happier than a sissy with a bag of pricks when this deal was made. Everybody. Oh, Boston got the shaft. We got this, we got that. Now everybody got a whole new slogan once they realized they sucked. Especially Chris Retard. But let's move on. And let's not forget Shannon Sharpe, the biggest LeBron James Cleveland Cavalier fan there is, was so gung-ho about this trade when they got Isaiah Thomas. Knowing Isaiah Thomas was hurt, knowing everything, here we go.
The Cavaliers won the trade because they're operating from a position of weakness. Think about this. It was known that Kyrie did not want to play any longer in Cleveland. And he voiced his displeasure saying, I do not want to play alongside LeBron, or I want to get out of his shadow. So now Cleveland really doesn't have a choice. They have to move him. Everybody knows they have to move him. And for them to you trade Kyrie. And you notice what Danny Ainge kept saying. He's a tremendous offensive player. He's a tremendous offensive player. Didn't mention, damn, they just play offense. So I thought basketball, you play both ways, Skip, but that's not here nor there. I'm going to let you have your time. This is my time to shine. Yeah. The Cavaliers won this trade because you swap Isaiah for Kyrie. You get a defensive player in Crowder. But the most important thing, you get the Brooklyn Nets unprotected first-round pick in 2018's draft. Now, that was a pick that Danny Ainge was unwilling to relent to get Paul George, to get Jimmy Butler, but he wanted Kyrie. Wish him the best. But you still got LeBron, you still got Kevin Love, you bring in Isaiah. Now, Skip, everybody keep talking about, well, Isaiah's a tremendous offensive weapon. Kyrie's a tremendous offensive weapon. IT is no slouch. He was second team All-NBA. What team was Kyrie last year? Oh, no. Who finished fifth in the MVP vote? Oh, that would be who? Oh, yeah, we got him too. So now, not only do you get an offensive weapon to replace Kyrie, you get a defensive guy, and you get some depth. That was the most important thing because, Skip, you remember last year, you watched the finals.
Yeah.
Man, they had the corpse of Bride out there, Darren Williams,
yeah,
stinking up the joint.
I thought you loved
Stop it, Skip. I did like it at the time. Sometimes people get married and they love the person they married. Yeah. And then 72 days later, Kim Kardashian.
What did you call him?
And that's... Now, even though Stephen A. Smith looked at it from a business standpoint as not from player, but he looked at it more on the level of a business deal with the draft picks and everything else rather than just player. But he made a mistake because a lot of people were making a mistake of believing that Kyrie Irving and Isaiah Thomas are the same player or bring the same value. I'm like, did you see in the playoffs what the defense Kyrie played on Isaiah when they played against each other? He'll never get the credit that he truly deserved being on a team with LeBron James. We saw the greatness in Kyrie. We knew he was saving LeBron's butt. But Stephen A. Smith...
Boston clearly didn't get a bad deal because they got the best player. Cleveland got the best deal. They made the best deal. And in the end, it buffers them significantly as far as I'm concerned because they've added depth that they didn't necessarily have this past season or before that. And as a result, even though Golden State is still the favorite, it puts them in better position to compete for a championship. They got the better deal here, even if Boston got the best player, because there's not that great of a discrepancy between Kyrie and Isaiah Thomas.
And that's where I disagree. Let's hear what old Karceno had to say once the trade was done. The ink wasn't even dry yet. But let's hear what Karceno told you. Let's hear what Karceno had to say.
Oh yeah. No, it's official. It's official. Whenever you see me make the video, it's official.
I'm crazy.
Kyrie is gone for the person I told y'all about months ago. This was on the table months ago. And I put it out there. I said, would you trade Kyrie Irving for Isaiah Thomas? Y'all remember I made that video?
Oh, this was a live chat. So I talked to y'all direct.
Because it was on the table. I told you about it. Isaiah Thomas, in case you haven't known, Kyrie Irving has been traded to Boston. They wanted Jason Tatum, who they just drafted. They were like, no, we're keeping Tatum. So they had to work out another deal with Cleveland. This deal was going to be done a month ago.
4 weeks.
Like 4 weeks ago, it was going to happen. It was on the table to happen. Let me tell you what went down. You right, I said it first. Nobody else said it but me.
That's true.
And I told y'all, would it be a good trade if that was to happen? Because it was on the table 4 weeks ago. But I'm going to tell you everything now. It was on the table 4 weeks ago, but they wanted Jason Tatum. And then they was like, well, we're not going to take Jason Tatum. You know, we want to keep him. So because Boston wanted to keep Tatum, they did not trade Tatum. They refused to trade Tatum. They decided to keep him because they just drafted him. They want to work on him. Oh, somebody informed Big Boss Savage that he's slow. Now, let me go ahead and tell people exactly what went down. After that happened, Cleveland started entertaining another deal that they had on the table for Kyrie Irving. And the Kyrie Irving trade to the Los Angeles Clippers for Austin Rivers and some draft picks. That was on the table. And they were trying to use that as leverage from Boston. But they really wanted to trade from Boston because Boston had more to offer. Nobody wanted Austin Rivers. Not for no Kyrie Irving in a straight trade. So they just did this to get more out of Boston. And Boston gave up the house. Boston gave up Jay Crowder, Isaiah Thomas, Anthony Zizic, and a 2018 first round draft pick just for Kyrie Irving. Mm-hmm. And I told y'all, this was the deal to make. You're not gonna sign Isaiah Thomas, a guy who can't see over the moon. You gonna sign that guy to a contract like that? You will be out your mind. Everything I told you came true. Boston is lit, but they lost a lot. They lost a lot to get Kyrie Irving. But yeah, now you looking at two teams that's gonna meet each other in the Eastern Conference Finals. And once again, Karceno Wallace was right. Listen, we just saw the chart yesterday, and I proved people wrong. Kyrie Irving had the most fourth quarter game-winning shots and taking over the fourth quarter more than Russell Westbrook last season. He led the league.
That's right.
He is the one.
And I gotta listen to myself more often.
The Cavs are going to get beaten this year by the Boston Celtics. I wish it was Washington, but they're going to put Boston in there to go against Golden State. And I'm going to be very happy to watch that finals because I ain't got to look at old man Bron. So I'm going to feel real good about that. Anything that don't have LeBron James in it, I'm all for it. Now let's see what Bron gonna do. He gonna try to lean on Isaiah Thomas to take over the game in the fourth quarter. So now you got Derrick Rose, Jay Crowder, Isaiah Thomas on the team. You got a first-round draft pick. What you gonna do with all these players? So you got, if you're Cleveland, you got everything you wanted. In this trade, you got everything you wanted. You got Isaiah Thomas, who's a point guard, who's a scoring two guard, really. But when they put the double team on Isaiah, now he can kick the ball out to somebody like LeBron. I just don't see LeBron and Isaiah Thomas game meshing very well. I just don't really see that. That's going to be hard. But it's better for Boston. Kyrie is exactly what they need. A taller guard who can do the same things Isaiah Thomas can do. That's what you want. That is exactly what you want and what you need.
Now you tell me I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. That was back in August. That was back in August. So Cleveland fans, you got what you wanted. You got everything you asked for. If you were Cleveland, you got everything you asked for. And you guys thought we going to the NBA Finals with what we had on the court before. Now, they traded away the entire 6 players, brought in 6 new cards. Now, here we go again. So, sorry if I don't cry for you, Argentina. Or AKA Cleveland. You guys have been given every break in the book because of that bum. And as I told you from day one, I don't see their styles meshing together. But this is the deal they got this time around is much better than what they had before. That's a fact. And on that note, I am out.